Welcome on into SBD MEWS, the show where we took the word movie and we took the word news and we squished them together to make MEWS. Your source of all things movie news, entertainment news, all of that stuff we talk about right here, right now, weekly. We'll kick things off really super duper quickly here by saying there is a new trailer, or rather the first trailer, for the new Exorcist movie.
I know. Don't I know it?
Don't you know it? Because Derek actually did a review on our channel. You can go watch that somewhere over there. I know there's not like annotations you can click on YouTube videos anymore, but like you can click our name and check our videos.
Yeah, just watch all the videos.
Just like one extra step.
Well, and while you're there, just watch them all.
Yeah, it's 14 times.
The Exorcist trailer. How did you like it? I loved it.
Yeah, I think it looks pretty darn cool. It's exciting that, in the era of all these requels, they're kind of taking the same route where they're bringing back legacy actors and things like that, but I'm here for it. Like, Exorcist, hasn't exactly worked since the original. I'm not even the biggest fan of the original. This one looks like a modern, obviously because it is modern, it looks like it's going to be a more interesting and exciting sort of trek.
It's just really difficult to capture that lightning in a bottle again because The Exorcist was so revolutionary for its time. It's hard to do another movie about exorcism and make it fresh, but I have hope.
Hope, diddly dope. The next thing I want to talk about is Nothing Compares. You know?
Try again?
Nothing compares. Sinead O'Connor died.
I don't know who that is.
She sings Nothing Compares to You. I just did a perfect rendition that was flawless in her pitch.
I don't know what that song is.
Okay. I understand that maybe you didn't know her name, but I'm amazed you've never heard that song?
Maybe.
Anyway, she dead. Moving on.
I am so sorry for anybody who lost this person in their lives, but I don't know who it is.
TMNT Mutant Mayhem. Not even out yet. Already getting shit on by critics because they're like, it's so stupid.
What?
You recast April and you made her heavy and ugly? It's a cartoon character. Have you not seen that shit? This isn't the news. I'm building to that. But have you not seen how upset people are about the way April looks?
I saw a bunch of dumb idiot people complain about the fact that she's black.
Well, that and a little heavier and I'm gonna air quote this, hard air quotes, ugly. It's a cartoon character. Ugh. Why do you want?
Because they want their thin waists and their big busts. That's what they want. They're stupid, pervert, idiot nerds.
Go look at Andy's mom in Toy Story.
Oh, that's awful. I hate that so much.
It's so dumb. Not even the news, though. The news is the movie's not even out yet, and a sequel has been announced, plus a spin-off TV series.
Oh, wow.
Which is pretty interesting.
Critics are dumping on it, and it's already been announced that it has a sequel and a spin-off series?
I wouldn't say critics are dumping on it. I would say Twitter. Okay. Already getting shit on by critics. The incels of Twitter are dumping on it.
They probably even haven't seen the movie.
Everyone's just mad about the wrong reasons, and it's like, yeah.
Find something else and worthwhile to complain about. You're so dumb.
You know who else needs to get over themselves, though? Kevin Spacey.
Oh, God.
Talked about Kevin Spacey, I think, 2 weeks ago on this show. Kevin Spacey was found not guilty on all accounts.
Every single one.
He has been cleared of all of them.
What?
Explain that to me. I'm pretty sure at one point he confessed to doing it.
Yeah, I would have to go back and look at things, but I remember that too. Or like at least vaguely confessing to it. Weird. I also think that there's some conspiracy going around that because a lot of his accusers have died over the years.
Whoa.
Which is kind of weird.
I'm so worried now that he's just going to start showing up again. And like, I don't want to see him anymore. He had his heyday. I liked him and then I hated him and now I hate him and want to hate him, right?
I don't think he'll show up. I think movie studios would not touch that with a 10-foot pole. I don't know.
I know Mel Gibson's was more about belief than actions, but like Mel Gibson's back.
Yeah, I guess.
Ansel Elgort's back. I think Kevin Spacey won't ever make A-list again, but we'll probably see him in those B-list action movies that we see Mel Gibson or like Bruce Willis in, you know?
Or like the Angel Entertainment movies.
Or like A Christmas Shoes 4. Hugh Grant is getting slammed by actors with dwarfism. I don't think we have much of a say in this conversation. George Coppin, he is a British actor with dwarfism who is complaining about Hugh Grant's portrayal and saying that things like this is what is forcing actors with dwarfism out of the industry. You know, Peter Dinklage is arguing the opposite side of that, right? Like, Peter Dinklage is like, stop casting actors with dwarfism as the characters with dwarfism in movies, right?
Yeah.
And that now this guy is getting mad because they didn't do that, and now I don't know what's right.
Well, okay, yeah, there's so much to unpack here. There are warring sides within the community. There's so many other things. The Oompa Loompas in Willy Wonka, they specifically made the choice to not make them little people. They made them even smaller, like fairy-like creatures, as to not offend anybody. But at the same time, I can understand how those people are losing work because we're trying to find ways around it. It's weird.
Yep.
It's weird.
And they're doing it with Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs too. I don't know if you saw the first cast photo for that.
I did.
But like, it's just,
I did.
It's a hodgepodge of a bunch of misfits, which is cool. I'm like, that's fine. But it is called Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. It is a remake of a movie with dwarves.
Well, they definitely won't call it that anymore.
No, I think it's just called
no
Snow
way.
White. Dune. Have you heard any Dune news?
Dune. Other than, you know, part 2 going to be bigger and badder and awesome.
And the end, right?
Have I heard about the ending?
No.
Or it's the end of those movies?
Dune 1 and 2 was all that Denis Villeneuve said he was doing, right?
Yeah.
Wrong.
That's
what I was going for. Sorry, I should have. I could have set you up there. Dune 3 has been announced and is slated to be the end of the series, rounding out in a trilogy. Which, like, the whole thing was part 1 and 2. So now there's going to be a part 1 and 2, and then Dune 2.
Oh no! It'll be Dune part 1, part 2, part 3. That's what it's going to be. Interesting. I'm worried about that because that can turn into like a Hobbit ordeal where they spread 3 movies across one tiny book.
I mean, in their defense, there were 6 books. I am the wrong person to report this news because I think Dune is hogwash. I still think it's very silly to market the fact that you're doing part 1 and a part 2, and then, you know, now that 2 is almost out, be like, psych, there's a 3rd. There is a trailer released called The Inventor. It is a stop-motion animated adventure movie about the life of Leonardo da Vinci, and it looks really, really cool. The stop-motion, I don't know if it'll be good, but it looks really cool. Yeah, and you got Daisy Ridley, Marion Cotillard, Matt Berry, Stephen Fry as some of the top hitters. Rated PG for thematic elements and nude art images.
Of course, Leonardo da Vinci.
Yeah, pervert.
Little pervy man.
The last thing I have to say, I'm not sure if you brought anything to the table today. Greta Gerwig said that Barbie 2 was always something she thought she would want to do if this movie saw success. But now, seeing how divisive everybody is about it and how the conservatives are ripping it apart and how offended everybody seems to be, she is very tentative in ever wanting to commit to it. Personally, I don't want to see a Barbie 2. I think they should leave the masterpiece alone. It was freaking awesome, and I don't think it needs a sequel, but the fact that she's being robbed of it because of how people are reacting to it is sad. It's sad. It's very unfortunate.
Yeah, but oh man, how much of a fuck you would it be if she just went ahead and did it anyway? I want chaos. I want it so bad.
Build your universe. I know it's talking about building a Mattel universe. Do like what's the Kate McKinnon's character, Weird Barbie or something? Like she could be like the recurring. Yeah. She could be like the Nick Fury of the universe. But I think in terms of Barbie and Ken, leave it alone. Maybe some cameos or something, but don't revisit it. It was good. That's all I have for the Muse. We will say adieu for now. As always, if you enjoyed this content, we have so much fun doing this every single week. If you enjoyed what you watched, if you want to see more of this, subscribe, like, follow, share. All of that stuff means the world to us, and it helps us do this for, we do it for us. And then we do it for you, if that doesn't sound like an asshole thing to say, but we want to keep doing it, and we can't do it without you.
That was beautifully said, eloquent.
I'm upset that you think it was eloquent because I looked like an idiot saying it. Come back on Monday, where we finale July, where we watched all Canadian-made films all month. It was an absolute blast, even though the movies weren't always an absolute blast. But we finale the month with C.R.A.Z.Y, a movie from Quebec, and
I've Heard the Mermaids Singing,
which is a film from the late 80s, which is, according to TIFF, and not according to us, one of the best Canadian movies ever made. And also, stay tuned throughout the week. Every day we're releasing 2 shorts, one in the morning, one in the afternoon. We are releasing MEWS on Fridays. We are all over your feed if you allow us to be.
in your face.
Get us in your face and into your households.
Consume us. Consume us.
I didn't like that. Okay, bye everybody. Love you super duper much and see you soon.
Be excellent to each other.
Party on, Garth.
Dune, 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 dune.